I'm so excited because today we have Kelley with us, Kelley Castle. She is a high performance psychology specialist in private practice, and she trains the mindsets of elite athletes and business professionals to reach their goals and potential. She's also a dear friend of mine. I love her. I love her work. I love what she's about. And so it's really an honor to have you with us, Kelley. Thanks for being with us.
It's so good to be here. Essentially, we help high performers be at their best and do their best. And so there's been a lot of research that's been developed over the past 100 years looking at what is it that makes people perform at their best. And, you know, a lot of times you'll hear people talk about being in like the zone. And essentially, we help break that down scientifically on what that's actually made of, and then really helping people to kind of hone in on who they are and what they want to do and help them head in the direction of their goals. There's absolutely some themes. One major theme that I see across people, whether it be in sport or business or any high performer, is what we call an internal locus of control. And so we can kind of look at when a situation happens to us, like, how do we control our being and how do we control our response? Is that determined by something external that we can't control? Or are we influenced and led and controlled by something internal that determines how we think and what we do? Looking at all those factors, I think anyone who's a high achiever has this ability to have this internal locus of control and not base my confidence on whether I get a medal or whether I don't. But really, I think they also have a strong sense of identity that says no matter how I'm performing, if I lose on one day, I lost on one day, it doesn't mean I'm a loser. So the difference there is saying what happens to me defines me, whereas a high performer would then say, I'm an athlete, I am a competitor. So regardless of whether I win or lose, I'm going to continue to be that. And I think that is what continues to keep them in the game, because they don't let a moment define them. If you are going to excel in any sphere, whether it be athletes or business, there has to be this ability to focus and this ability to concentrate and say yes to things, but also say no to things. And there's a lot of planning that goes into that. But ultimately, I think one of the biggest things that I find I use with clients in both industries is the ability to make a good goal. And so that's one thing that I'll work with people in any industry. And I think the other thing that is probably the most common would be confidence, because if you don't have it, then you're probably going to give up on the way to that goal. And so learning how to cultivate that and what that takes, what are the elements of confidence, and how you build that into your routine, not just for your work and career life, but in sports as well, and your training. You know, none of us are where we're at out of our own doing. All of us had help. And, you know, there's an idea in behavioral psychology that talks about proximity. And when people grow and they develop, not just in their mind, but in their body, a lot of it has to do with proximity and what people are around them or near them that they can then watch and emulate. It's so important to be able to take someone who is skilled in an area, whether that be a coach or a mentor or someone that's a little further down the track that is playing that role of coaching us and guiding us. It allows us to grow. Yeah, stay in touch. I'm on Instagram at the Kelley Castle or kcastlehealth.com. I've got links on both of those that go to all the things like Twitter and YouTube and all that. And then I run, sometimes if you just like want to step in and head to a workshop, I do kind of these free Friday workshops where we'll go over a mental skill. I do them every week for most of the year, but we are heading into the holidays, so we'll be once a month here. But those are free to pop in for an hour on your lunch break on a Friday. And all that's on my Instagram and website. So thank you so much.